Learning the most popular strumming pattern will literally unlock any other strumming pattern that you're looking to learn. Because this is based off of a strumming pattern that's literally used, and I'd say somewhere in the area of 80% of all songs, not only will you be learning the most popular strumming pattern, but because this is based off of both missing upbeats and downbeats, then basically learning this one pattern will give you the ammunition, if you will. It will give you the wherewithal and the ability to play all these other strumming patterns. Let me explain. When I'm teaching these strumming rhythms to my students, which we're going to go over the strumming rhythm in just one moment. When I'm teaching this strumming rhythm or strumming rhythms to my students, we learn the principle of down beats and up beats and downstrokes and upstrokes, right? And those two should be in tandem. We'll talk about it in a moment. But what happens is when you leave out an up strum, it's not so much of a big deal. But when you leave out a down strum, it seems to do something to the brain. I found this out by teaching over 10,000 one-on-one lessons now. And when you teach folks over and over and over again over years, you start seeing patterns. And this is something that I saw with many of my students is when we'd leave out a down strum, then it would kind of throw them for a loop. So us learning this one pattern not only is going to be super valuable because you can use it in 80% of the songs that you learn, but let's look at this strumming rhythm here, and then and I'll show you why it is that this is going to be so helpful. So first off, the strumming rhythm is this: 1, 2, and 4 and. So you've heard this a ton, whether you know it or not. 1, 2, and 4 and 1, 2, and 4 and 1, 2, and 4 and 1, 2, and 4 and. Now, the way that I'm saying that with the numbers and the ands is throwing you off. That might be why you're having some issues with strumming, because a lot of people will say down, up, that sort of thing. Well, that really only gives us half of the story, right? Because a lot of times people are doing down strums where they should be doing up strums and up strums where they should be doing down strums. So it doesn't really make sense to just do that. But if you learn the protocol that I'm showing you right now, where down is always on the numbers and ups are always on the ands, then the only thing you need to know is know the pattern, like 1, 2, and 4 and I don't have to tell you where to strum down and where to strum up, okay? So again, if we're counting our very most simple strum pattern, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, the numbers are always down. If we're doing the ands, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's natural, right? Our hand needs to come back up, so we need to hit the strings on the way up as well. Now, the problem is not leaving out the up strums, right? So if we say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we'll just miss the strings on the and of 4. We'll just miss them purposefully, and we'll come back up and get ready for our first downbeat again, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Where the problem lies a lot of times when we leave out the down strum. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, I didn't hit that up strum on the first time, but we did it the second time. So leaving out that down strum, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That can be a problem found out through a lot of students teaching over many, many years, right? So this addresses both the up strum and the down strum. So what we want to do is we want to do this nice and slow. First off, we have to recognize that the down strums are on the numbers and the up strums are on the ands. It's good to actualize, to recognize what the strumming pattern is and to say it out loud before we actually start approaching the guitar. So if our beat is 1, 2, 3, 4, and our strumming rhythm is as so: 1, 2, and 4 and 1, 2, and 4 and. If you're not used to strumming like this, then take your hand and do it with me, hitting your knee on the numbers. 1, 2, and 4, and 1. Now, if you want to just get simple, you're just going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4. And you want to say it, okay? Then what we want to do is we want to go to the guitar. You want to take your hand, mute the strings. You don't want to be playing a chord because now you're taking energy from your brain and you're trying to concentrate on a chord, and we're not trying to do that right now. We just want to get the strumming rhythm down. So mute the strings till you get that nice clickety-click sound there. And we're going to do this now hitting the strings. So 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4. Now, if you're having difficulty with that, here's 2 things that you can do that'll make this a lot easier. Number 1, what I call big strumming. So this is when you're taking larger swipes at the guitar. You won't do this as an intermediate or pro player, but in the beginning, when you're learning new strumming rhythms, it's a great way to make sure that you keep your down strums and up strums in tandem with the down beats and the up beats, because if you don't, if there's not that coherence there, then you're definitely going to have issues with your strumming. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, because those two need to be in sync, okay? And once you understand this protocol and you do it a few times, other strumming rhythms will be super easy for you. But we got to get this down, okay? Big strums will help. If you're doing small strums, it's easier to kind of stall. And that happens a lot of times where people will go like 1, 2, and 4, and they'll stall down here, they'll stall up here. So taking these bigger swipes are helpful. Also, another thing that you can do is on the downbeats, you can hit your thigh. So like 1, like that. 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and, okay? That will help establish kind of like a reason, some sort of something to do that will help with you staying in time, okay? Now, this is just a concept. Without the practice, you're not gonna get this, so you absolutely wanna do it, the step-by-step method that I've shown you. Once you get this strumming rhythm down, then make sure you go and you download the PDF that I've given you for free. Do that, go through that battery of different strumming rhythms. It will absolutely make you a great strummer. You won't ever have to look back again, and you'll be just done with the strumming part and be able to move on to bluer skies. All right, my friends, I'm here for you. I'm passionate about you being a great guitar player. Please leave your comments below, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.